No,
Don't
it's
you think
a
this?
blast.
Yeah, it is. That was the worst scare we've ever done.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Spotlight. Today we are going to be talking about 5 times Ellen DeGeneres almost kicked guests off her show. Number 5, Jessica Simpson.
Hey, Jessica.
Very exciting.
It's very exciting to
I'm
have.
not pregnant on your show.
Are you sure you're not pregnant? I heard that
Yes,
you were
I
pregnant.
am. Oh gosh, no.
You're not
We
pregnant.
got an IUD. Nothing is gonna get in that uterus.
Okay.
There are some moments in life that are so awkward that you just can't stand them and cringe just at the thought of them. That is the best way to describe Jessica Simpson's latest interview with Ellen DeGeneres. Simpson was on the daytime talk show to chat about her new fashion line and her upcoming music, but instead, well, it immediately got off to a weird start. Ellen DeGeneres started the interview by asking right away if Simpson was pregnant, because the last 2 times she was on the show, she was. The mother of 2 was quick to say she wasn't, explaining that she had an IUD. Soon, Jessica Simpson was talking about her daughter's mermaid-themed birthday party, where women dressed as mermaids had to be carried to the bathroom because they can't pee on my children in the pool.
They
Wait,
carry
it's
them.
not called manhandler.
No, women handlers.
No, they had to be carried if they had to pee,
Right.
because they can't pee on my
Right,
children.
but they
in
were
the pool.
woman hand. Yeah, man hand.
Then she had trouble remembering how long exactly she and her husband Eric Johnson have been together. 7 years, she thinks. All while she was saying this, Ellen just stood there with an awkward smile. Throughout the interview, Simpson didn't really elaborate on her answer, which meant DeGeneres had to do a lot of the work. Well, come to today, it turns out that Jessica Simpson did admit that she was drunk on that interview, which explains the weird answers. But if you are like me, you probably already knew that.
You and Eric have been together how many years?
7 years now.
7 years. And
Well, coming on 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no.
Number 4, David Arquette.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Chafing. What? Let's cut that part. Can we do that?
No, we're not cutting that
Oh,
part.
please.
David Arquette had caused concern following a TV appearance in which he appeared to slur his words. The actor, 44, appeared on an episode of Ellen DeGeneres' talk show, but viewers were quick to point out on Twitter that it was an overall awkward display. His words were almost incoherent, as viewers could not understand what he was saying. He was on the chat show along with actress Wanda Skies and got right into the swing of things with the host as they played a game of Never Have I Ever. David Arquette was notably awkward and seemed very uncomfortable throughout the silly game. In this game specifically, Ellen was asking some pretty personal questions, in which David had no problem revealing some additional TMI details. TMI as in too much information. The self-confessed recovering alcoholic admitted last year that he unfortunately had a relapse following the birth of his son with wife Christina McLarty. On the show, he giggled throughout the TV bit and mumbled through his answers and responses to his co-stars. Wearing an all-white outfit, he laughed pretty much throughout the appearance and lifted his shoulders up, moving and writhing in his chair. You could kind of tell he was a little off that day. It made for uncomfortable viewing for many members of the audience at home, who hit the social network site to air their concerns of David.
It's all right. It's all right.
Number 3, Kim Burrell. Kim Burrell never actually appeared on Ellen DeGeneres' show as anticipated. Want to know why? Well, it is because Ellen kicked her off before she even got on the show. Kim Burrell, a religious person, and we all know Ellen is an atheist. It seemed that it wasn't the differences that sparked the feud, but the comments that Kim Burrell made about Ellen.
That perverted homosexual spirit is a spirit of delusion and confusion, and it has deceived many men and women, and it's caused a stain on the body of Christ.
The talk show host issued that statement after Burrell refused to apologize for her sermon on homosexuality. Apparently, she had said some things that Ellen took offense to. And yep, she got booted off the guest list.
every person that is dealing with the homosexual spirit that has it. I love you because God loves you, but God hates the sin in you and me. Anything that is against the nature of God. I'm called to do what God called me to do.
The gospel singer was scheduled to perform a song for the film Hidden Figures alongside Pharrell Williams on the show. This was before a tape of Burrell preaching at the Love and Liberty Fellowship Church was circulated online. In her message, Burrell referred to the perverted homosexual spirit and the spirit of delusion and confusion, saying that it had deceived many men and women. For someone like Ellen, you can expect that this probably wouldn't go so well with her. Number 2, the thief on the show.
So before the show, I put out some Ellen products with a sign that said only one per person. And I just wanted to see how honest my audience was, you know, because it turns out you're very honest. Very, very honest. We set up really amazing.
If you ever are lucky enough to be an audience member on Ellen, then you should expect some hidden cameras as they actually make you sign to consent to being photographed while on the show. These cameras were used to great effect when one of the fans failed to comply with Ellen's simple rule: only take one item. DeGeneres had set up a table of free swag outside the studio with a sign that told visitors, one item per person. The interesting thing to note is that most of the guests were honest. But there's always one. The cameras revealed Nancy, a woman in a mustard yellow top who came back more than once for different items.
I mean, any of you could have taken more than one thing, and you didn't, except for these ladies right here.
These are too small. Okay, I'm ready.
She even went as far as swapping out one extra item for a different item. When a friend that she was with called her out on it, she told her to shut up. The episode also featured DeGeneres complimenting her crowd for obeying the honor system and went even further by gifting someone a hat.
So that's for you for being honest. You don't have to buy it now. Look at that. All right.
That's crazy.
That's so.
Later, she ends up displaying Nancy on the big screen, who seemed a little less shamefaced than maybe we'd be, faced with being called out as a thief on national television. Nancy did have an excuse though, the extra item for her sister, who couldn't make it to the show.
My sister couldn't come, so that was her souvenir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
A lot of people's sisters couldn't come.
But it was a really terrible excuse, and Ellen made sure she knew it.
You go sit in that Ellen jail over there right now.
Number 1, Jennifer Lawrence. Bearing in mind the aforementioned praise of Caitlyn Jenner's work with transgender rights advocacy, there is no denying how uncomfortable it had to have made DeGeneres when Jennifer Lawrence cracked a Chaz Bono joke. Chaz, for those who somehow don't know, is the transgender son of Cher and the late Sonny Bono. Anyway, the notoriously unfiltered actress said that she jokingly calls her female cat Chaz Bono because of her muscular energy.
Oh, there she is.
How do you not want that?
Yeah, little Chaz Bono.
And you got her as a, is that her name?
Well, her official name's Cleo, but we call her Chaz Bono because...
She then gave a rambling explanation of how she automatically thinks all cats are female and that it's just weird for a cat to act like a boy, whatever that means.
Like, you assume first she's a boy because normally dogs are boys and cats are girls.
Right.
But she has such a masculine energy that
Right.
everybody always says he. For the
Right.
first week, I thought it was a boy. I named her Oliver. Like, she had a collar and Oliver and like boy, boy, boy. And everybody's like, what's his name? That's just weird for a cat. So we call her Chaz Bono.
Yeah.
Clearly, DeGeneres was prepared for the whole cat segment, as New Now Next pointed out that she was ready to go with a sideshow of the adorable little kitty. But the way she absolutely didn't react to the Chaz Bono joke and moved right into some very specific cat facts that seemed to blow Jennifer's mind, perhaps indicated that some unintended improv happened here. Also, if you're here, go ahead and check out one of these videos on your screen. See you there!